This is a district called Reforma. It's in the area of the U.S. Embassy and probably a few other embassies. And I had to come here because guess what? My passport was stolen / lost or not returned off the bus. So I found out, and actually I did not stress, I didn't cause a fit, and I didn't spaz out. But I did be calm and went through the weekend because it happened when I went up to the hot springs, and I realized once I got there and was getting settled in that I did not have my passport. So I ended up not being able to do anything, one, because it was late, and two, I was so far up in the mountains, and three, there was no way to call the bus company. It just couldn't happen. So long story short, I ended up having to wait until Friday when we drove back into town on the bus and go to the bus company in the central bus station in the north part of town, and they obviously said, oh, we didn't find anything. And by that time it was late again. It was about 6 o'clock in the afternoon when we got back from the 6-hour drive up to the mountains, and I couldn't get anything resolved. So I had to go through the whole weekend without a passport. And so then come to find out after doing some research that on Monday I was able to have an appointment with the embassy. Found out what the embassy was at. It's easy to get to. Just took the metro from where I was staying to the station where the embassy is located. Went in, actually talked to the customer service person at the window and found out that I need to take a picture. Well, something told me to ask where can I change money for the few dollars I still had that I have left in the budget that I set for myself. And she was kind enough to let me go inside just to inquire about exchanging money, with the circumstance that usually you need a passport to exchange money in the bank. Well, since I didn't have a passport and my picture copy, a photocopy would not work, once I got inside, and this is a note, if you have anything related to government or military, that's not something you want to advertise or let it be known. However, once I was inside the embassy talking to the U.S. personnel, I advised, what my situation was and how I lost my passport. And because it is an emergency, because I'm about to leave the country and I'm not going back to the U.S., they do issue a emergency passport only if you have a police report. So when I got that information and found out I can get a complimentary 2-week only passport, ideally it's to allow you to finish your stay and then immediately head back home to the States in order to get a new passport. Well, I'm not going back home to the States. I am going onward to my next country. So I didn't have enough to get a full passport today without using up all my money that I had budgeted for myself. But since I get paid on the 1st, which is probably too much information, nonetheless, I will be able to get a passport on Monday. Oh, you see how they drive? It is crazy how the traffic is out here, and this is actually lighthearted compared to other parts of the city where it's much more busier, and it is midday, so it's not rush hour yet. So I ended up getting a temporary passport, which is good for only 14 days. However, I can get another passport and pay the fee, which will give me 3 months. But again, since I won't be back into the States probably within those 3 months, because it'll be shortly after, I can request an extended 1 year. The good thing is if you get either one of these passports and you pay the fee, when you finally get home to the States, you don't have to pay anymore. You just got to go through the process of fill out the application and put on there that this is a lost fee, and it is showing the system that you are on a temporary passport, and you will get your new passport for free without having to pay any additional money if you pay for the extended, not the first 2 weeks, but if you get the extended after that, when you get home, within 1 year, you can get a brand new full-fledged passport free. You don't have to pay any more money because in essence, you've already paid it when you got the extension. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm standing on the corner, so I'm not going to show it to you now, but I will snap a picture and I will post it when I write my story more in detail about what happened and what's going on. So just wanted to show you a little bit about this area of Mexico, and there's a lot of construction going on. There's a lot of Oriental businesses I found here in terms of restaurants, Korean food, Japanese food, Chinese food. It's all around. So this is another day. This is my 6th day here in Mexico City, in Mexico, the country. So I'll check back in with you guys later. Peace. Peace out. Lady travelers, seeing the world through my eyes. Not perfect, it is what it is.